What is going on, everybody? I'm actually early again today. That's 2 days in a row, man. What? I'm probably not going to keep it up, so don't get used to it. But once again, I realize I'm telling all this to the people on the playback who watch whenever they feel like watching, because 5 seconds into a live stream, no one's actually gotten here. But shout out to all you guys who do watch the playbacks. Anyway, let's get started. Let's get a tweet out. That's Marvel Champions. Oh god, I don't even know what I want to say today, though. Oh man. You know, instead of being early, I should just think about what I want to say for the tweet. But I won't do that. I'll never do that. Be prepared? Don't make me laugh. The Shed. Sending over $1. Shed, I don't see a message from you, but I can guess what that message would be, if there was one. Probably something about not slapping you in the knee or the armpit. Probably somewhere in the face, perhaps. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated, man. Oh, here we go. Here's the message. BG, I need you to do something for me. I need you to slap me in the face. Not the knee, not the arm, not the spine. In the face. Done. Thank you, dude. Haley Miracle also sending over $1. Haley, thank you very much. Saying, damn it, Shed. First chat, though. Actually, it might have been first on your screen. I know it might be different for other people, but I actually see Sean was the first one. But Haley, much appreciated still. Thank you very much. Thank you to both of you. Is that updated yet? That's not updated yet. All right, we'll set it back to this. All right, let's get a tweet out. I don't know. What do we even say today? Maybe I'll further comment on the war rewards, since that's relevant still. How long would it take to even get a ranks? I don't even know. What can I even say about the war rewards that I didn't in my video, I guess? I don't know. Maybe I won't make a tweet about it. I don't know. Maximus sending 05 though. What's up, Maximus? Saying, sup, buddy? Lurk to sleep on a roadie high. Dude, I saw right before I started the stream, I saw that you posted a video. And I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, of course. But, yeah, dude. Ride the wave. ride the war machine wave, dude. You earned it, man. Now it's time to enjoy the spoils of war, the arena war. But Maximus, thank you for the 5, dude. Much appreciated, man. Stiatic sent it over $1 as well, saying, what's up, BG? Good video. New rewards look sweet, but then I remember how stressful and unfun war is. Should war have its own currency / shop? I don't know. You know what? That's going to take a little bit more of a tangent. So let me get a tweet out first so we can hit the arena and think about some of that. Because I think there's some similarities in the solo competitive mode that we can draw to. And, well, yeah, we'll get there in a sec. Hang on. All right, so what do I even say? War rewards. Instead of catalysts for winning wars, can I just get like a t-shirt or something? That'd be awesome. I miss Comic-Con. Yes. I am now live. God, I can't type to save my freaking life. All right, anyway, instead of catalyst for winning wars, can I just get like a t-shirt or something? I miss Comic-Con. Tweet. All right. Okay, so Static, to go back to your question about having like their own kind of contained sort of reward structure. So I mean, if they were gonna have a currency similar to, because there's a couple ways to look at this. So if you say like their own currency slash shop, that means something like the Glory Store, right? That we have for AQ. I'm gonna check the loyalty store. Do I need any of these? No, don't. But that would look something more like the Glory Store, right? Which is good. Which is, I mean, I love the Glory Store. But it could also mean something similar to like what's happening with the solo competitive mode, where the rewards it seems like you're going to get a reward that is useful in that mode, and maybe this isn't exactly what we were talking about, but I am curious, like, what would war look like if it was gonna have something like that? Let me do an energy dump here. Because the solo competitive mode, it's gonna give us relics, right? That's how we get relics. And those relics, for the time being at least, they could only be used in the solo competitive mode. I wonder if something like that would be good for war, or if that wouldn't be good for war. I don't know. You sent over another bug saying, call them spoils, have really high-end items in them, like sig stones. I mean, I would definitely be more excited for something like that. But does that leave us with an issue that Kabam is trying to avoid, kind of thing? Because I think that's why there isn't such high-end rewards for war, is because they don't want to put those rewards in there, you know? I don't think it's as much like a lack of way to deliver the rewards, because that's what this would be. It'd be like a way to change that up. I think it's more like they just don't want us to have that stuff from war necessarily. Like, we can get those things in game, but they want it in more controlled ways. Like, okay, we're gonna give 6 stones, but we're gonna give them once through this quest, and then when we introduce the next quest, we can give that out again once, kind of thing, you know? If they're like, the nice thing about the Glory Store though is it does allow you to, instead of spreading out evenly your rewards, however Kabam sees them as even, you can make the choice to sacrifice the low end and pick up a little bit of the high end, or sacrifice the high end to pick up a lot of the low end. So I do love that aspect of Glory, and you would get that with the spoils system you're talking about. But I don't know if Kabam would necessarily like that idea. Hobbit, thanks for the raid, dude. What up, Hobbit and Hobbit Raiders? The Hobbit Summer Raid, dude. Has the Hobbit Summer begun? Sounds like it. What up, dude? Hey, BG, I'm having weight loss surgery on Monday. Can you wish me some luck? Geobreaker, good luck, dude. I don't know what that all entails, but good luck, man. Hopefully no complications, quick recovery, all that good stuff. It's Hob Girl Summer. That sounds good too. BG, what are the best Alliance War defenders in your opinion? Well, first off, how are we defining best? Because there's the defender diversity. So the best thing to do is to have 50 different defenders. Right now, that's the best, at least. In the past, and potentially in the future, you could argue that it's better to have mostly a diverse roster, but potentially throw in a couple of curveballs there so that you don't have 50 unique defenders per battle group. Today, the map is designed in such a way that I don't think that makes sense, and it does make sense to just have 50 unique defenders. So now we're talking about like a best 50 that you need to coordinate with your alliance mates. But if you're just talking about like the biggest pain in the ass defenders, Fury, Mojo, Dragon Man, or some other ones. Domino is always a giant pain. Apocalypse can be annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It's really about finding the 50 rather than the 5, you know. Please tell me to go to sleep, BG. Nick Wilf. Did I say your name? Is that a wolf? I'd like to. Never mind. Go to sleep. Words are definitely not good enough for me to go back in. I hear that. Stiatic sending over another buck saying, I was just trying to find something to make wars seem more enticing, and my only thought was be it better or more targeted / rare rewards. As it sits, the solo comp mode could kill AW. I don't think it'll kill it, because I think like, I think if Kabam wanted to, they could set it up in that way where, and to be honest, I would prefer it this way, where they kind of had like a shared pool of rewards, and that way you can decide whether like team-based PvP or individual PvP is more your suit. And like the team-based would have to have higher rewards because the coordination and everything like that should still be like the pinnacle and the absolute best. But I wish there was in like solo, you could still get comparable words. I don't know. That I guess that setup has its problems too. Anyway, I don't think Kabam would design solo competitive in any kind of way to kill off Alliance War though. It's weird because if you look at it just, you know, just the history of war itself, it feels like Kabam, you know, they originally had it set up. Oh god, is this guy have life cycle and uncollected too? Ugh. This blade is annoying. If you look at the history behind Alliance War, you'll see like, should have done a heavy attack first, I guess. You'll see that like the original Alliance War season, the first Alliance War season, people went nuts for it. People burned themselves out playing that mode. And I feel like since then, Kabam has tried their best to make it so that Alliance War is not required to play. Because as soon as the rewards get crazy, get out of hand, then yeah, players push themselves to the point of burnout. And that's just kind of the way that the game has been. But then that also means, like, if they're trying to not focus on war as much, trying not to burn people out, trying not to make the rewards so important that players have to do it, then for the players that still want to participate in the mode, what are you left with? You're left with less than what you'd like, and it's not as interesting and all that stuff. It's so weird, man. War has always been in such a weird place in MCOC. It's crazy. BG, probably the #1 thing they could do in the immediate future is to shorten the season. It is way too long. The season used to be twice as long, believe it or not. It used to be twice as long. I don't know. See, that's tough too, because if you shorten it too much, then you don't have enough time for things to really balance out. If like we've had seasons where we just had a really bad start to the season, and sometimes it's our own fault. We just don't play as well. And then sometimes it's because we literally play like the #1, the #2, and the #3 alliance back to back to back. And it's like, okay, yeah, if it's very, you know, if we only have like a 1% chance to beat these guys anyway, like our season would be done, you know? So we need like the other matches in the season to be able to bounce back and level out and play alliances that we can and do beat and stuff like that. So it's weird because you can't make it too short either. Did event quest completion start yet? Okay, good. I just realized I wanted to wait until this started to finish that quest, and I totally forgot to look. Just lucked out. Alright, I'm gonna go hit the arena, but probably pop some energy refills later to get the 3rd or 4th milestone there. Your thoughts on the new week side quest items compared to last week? I haven't looked at it, Harley, so I don't know. So looking at all the different fights and matchups, I feel like I have better options. I feel like I have better options than Aegon for the Gauntlet. The team I'm thinking about tonight is Quake, AAA, POC, Mags, and then either Doom or Torch, but I don't know which. What do you think? Rank 3 Unawakened Doom or 565 Awakened Torch? Easy. The only thing that you really like that I think Doom is necessary for is Apocalypse, and if you could fight Apocalypse with any of those other champions, then you're probably better off bringing Torch. So it all depends on how comfortable you are with fighting Apocalypse. Probably those other champs could probably do it. I just I don't know, Apocalypse. He's the type of guy that I never really learned how to fight that well. You know, you just. It reminds me of CGR in that way, where Cosmic Ghost Rider, when he first came out, I just steamrolled him with Magneto. I never had to learn how to fight the champion. Magneto just crushed him that hard. And I feel like that's kind of what Doom does to Apocalypse in a lot of questing content. You just Doom cycle him, and you don't have to deal with his abilities, because he's in a Doom cycle. That's it. Very similar to how I'm sure a lot of players feel using Quake. It's the same thing. Oh, I don't have to learn how to dodge their specials because they don't get specials. So if you're comfortable and confident in fighting Apocalypse with those other champs, then leave Doom on the sidelines. PG, will I-Bomb work for Sassy in the Gauntlet? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen anyone use I-Bomb for Sassy in the Gauntlet. I don't think they... So... I don't know. He might. Like, Sasquatch doesn't take any damage from damage over time debuffs, but, I mean, the biggest source of damage from I-Bomb is the passive acid burn damage. So I'd imagine he would work. I just don't know exactly how well he handles it compared to other options, I guess. Stiatic sending over another buck. Saying, what if War was a limited time mode, like every 3 months? You had solo competitive for 2, then team competitive for 1. Maybe. We'd have to see what solo competitive mode looked like before I can really answer that. And it's going to be tough because that question is going to vary for everybody for sure. Some people are not going to like solo competitive mode. I can already tell you, like, there are some very competitive players out there, but what they enjoy doing is organizing and setting up like the strategy side of things, where I think solo competitive mode, I mean, there's going to be strategy involved for sure, but I think it's going to be much more about individual skill than it is strategy. Whereas War, I mean, War is very much so about individual skill too, but you still need those people with like the bird's eye view coordinating and stuff like that. So I don't know how those players would feel, the players that do enjoy War from that perspective. Also, I really wonder how the solo competitive game mode is going to be from just this, like the spectator. And I know we did, I mean, we had the Summoner Showdown, so we have some idea. But, I mean, just like a tournament is different than something that's going to be here all the time. You know, is it going to be something that people enjoy watching for long periods of time or something like that? I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. I feel like I would... Yeah, I gotta see the solo competitive mode. I doubt Kabam would do that anyway, but it is interesting to think about. I think what would be cool is if they ever did do another solo competitive tournament, which they probably will, like whatever the next Summoner Showdown is, if they timed that during the longer downtime between seasons, anytime we're gonna have like 4 weeks off instead of 2 weeks off between seasons, if that's when the tournament was, just to let those players really flex their solo abilities, I think that would be good. Almost a little opposite of what you're saying, kind of. Or just turning the table. It's not really opposite, but anyway. Dark Elf Dragons and $1 saying, hello BG, hope you're doing good. No offense, but all I heard in that video was, wow, war sucks, boo, wah, but I'm gonna play war regardless. I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. I'm not offended. That's exactly, that's verbatim how I felt, yeah. LOL, just joking by the way, unless you rather hear a joke. No. Making fun of me is far better than any joke that I have to boo. Please do that instead. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. What's up, Peanach? I'd be okay if they cycled content. Nervous that solo incursions, AQAW, and grinding for relics will become too much. Yeah, I think there's definitely a real fear to that, Hinach. Or maybe fear is the wrong word, because fear is like the game's gonna get me, but you know what I mean, like a concern. There's a real concern of that. I think it's something that at least has been pointed out to Kabam before, because I've pointed it out in videos and also just in private. Most recent was the roadmaps when Kabam was talking about like the raid content that was still coming. And I mean, before the info about the roadmaps was even live, before it was even public, and we just had like the day or two or whatever it was, early access to look at it all. One of the things I asked was like, is this going to be too much? Like, how are you going to have, so like raids, they're going to be different than Alliance Quest. How like players already get burnt out just from doing like one form of Alliance game mode. A lot of people don't participate in AQ and AW. A lot of players just do AQ. How are you going to add on another mode and expect players just to be okay with that? And I don't remember exactly what they said, but it was something along the lines of, that's something we've already thought of and are planning for, or something like that. So maybe they will, like that was the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, okay, so if they're going to introduce raids, maybe they'll have like 3 cycles of AQ, and then they'll stop AQ for a cycle, and that'll be like a raid cycle instead. So maybe that is the best way to do it, is just having things in cycles like that. I don't know. Again, that was speculation. That was not what they said. They didn't say in detail. All they said was like they hear the concern and they have plans to address it, kind of thing. But yeah, in the past I've brought tons of stuff up like that too. Supreme Kai sending over $1. Thank you very much, saying, BG, I'm sad I had to spend $5 on the Peter Parker wallet 4X offer just to beat a quest because I had no revives and I had 8 units. You know what's sadder? It was on Act 4. I mean, it's just $5. It's no big deal. You don't need to be sad about it. I will say this though, man. If you don't want to spend, there's nothing wrong with backing out of a quest, dude. I also don't think spending is that big of a deal, as long as it's like within reason, within what's okay to you. Because of course what's okay to everybody's different, and some people fart out $5 bills. Like they actually fart out $100 bills. Like they just have that kind of money to blow, you know what I mean? Whereas other people, yeah, $5, a lot of money. So yeah, if you don't want to spend money, just back out of the quests. It's no biggie, man. And you can just do that content later. But at the same time, you don't have to be too sad about it either, you know? B McG, send me over a buck. Thank you, dude. Where you at? Illy BG? B McG. I don't know. Oh, is that I love you? Oh man. Oh man, that's how cool I am. I didn't know what Illy was, but then I was reading the other messages after that where he said, Sean, I love you, dude. Okay, all right. Makes sense now. I was like, oh man, is this some new thing? Some new hip thing you guys, you cool cats and dogs are doing? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just gonna stop. Just embarrassing myself now. But B McG, thank you, dude. What's up, Metalsonic dude? Saying war is so monotonous. I almost want to leave my alliance and just make content I want when I want in the future. I hear you, dude. I hear you, man. It gets old pretty quick. Man. The problems with war. I feel like this game, like I almost wonder if Kabam I wonder if I wonder how they really feel about war. like if they just wish that they had never made war or something like that, you know? This is not something that Kabam will ever say, or at least not anytime soon. Maybe like it'll be one of those things, one of those like post-mortem kind of talks, like, you know, many years from now after the game dies or something like that. They're like, yeah, you know what, in hindsight, we thought war was a cool idea, but it would have been better off if we just never made war or something like that. I don't know. The idea behind it is cool, but just in practice, it's never as cool as it seems. There's very few wars where it was like, yeah, this was a super exciting war or something like that. A lot of times it's just like, yeah, we're going through war. Oh, they updated the rewards at the end? Okay, that's cool. You know? Excitement died like 4 seasons ago? I would argue many more than 4 ago. I will say, you know, I did maybe underrepresent the amount of shards in my talk about the rewards and stuff like that. Because there are actually a lot of shards at the end of an Alliance War season that I really look forward to. I was probably focusing too much on the Catalyst side of things. And the Catalyst, that's probably more of AQ's territory since AQ doesn't give shards. But still, yeah, it is a problem of like, the excitement for war. Is it there? When was the last time it was there? I don't know. Just really don't want to put my champs into content for 24 hours where I can't use them anywhere else. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know if I've ever... I don't know if that's ever bothered me too much. There's definitely been times where I'm like, ah, crap, this champ's on defense. But those don't happen too much. I don't know. I usually... I guess I plan ahead a lot, where like I don't do content right when it comes out, and that's probably one of the reasons why it doesn't bother me so much. Because if I did do content more quickly, then yeah, it probably would bother me a lot more, because you don't really have control over that stuff as much, right? You kind of just... Then again, I guess most content comes out on Wednesdays when Alliance War is down. I don't know. ABG, I'm back. It's been a while since I've watched a stream. Well, Jose, welcome back. What if they made wish crystals part of war? That might interest me. Wish crystals would be good. Oh, Mateto, by the way, I don't think I ever read your message. I saw your super chat. I'll read it in 1 sec. I will say this too. I tried to bring it up in the video as much as possible, but I haven't mentioned it on the stream yet. And we've been talking about war for like 30 minutes now, so I think it is worth repeating. The knowledge you gain from war, like, you almost can't get that anywhere else. It's a different type of knowledge about the game, you know? And the amount that I've learned from this game, just playing war at a high level, and then watching back my own play and stuff like that to commentate on the Alliance War videos, that's where I learned how to play MCOC. So there is a tremendous amount of value in that, almost in the same way that, like, for those of you guys that remember the maze, which the gauntlet is kind of like the successor to the maze, except the maze had really garbage rewards. And one of the best things about the maze was it had all of the most difficult defenders in there, very easily accessible, and with not just dual targets, you know, like they actually had some nodes, they actually had a lot of health to them for the time at least. So yeah, like the amount of just like the amount of improvement a player could get just from practicing in an area like that, that was like the true reward of the maze. Whereas for war, that's what it feels like. It sets you up for the future in a way that isn't so tangible as like, oh, well, I was able to take my champion to this rank or open up this crystal because of this. No, it's more like, okay, I can now fight this really difficult boss because I've also had to fight this difficult defender in war, and I'm very confident in maneuvering around their animations and know all the details. Like a lot of times in quests, dude, oh my god, if I said I half-assed it in quests, it would like, that's not even a fair statement, because it's much less than half an ass. You know, whereas in war, like, you really got to know your stuff. You know what I mean? So there is that about war. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't want to ever really stop playing war. But at the same time, it would be nice if there was that more tangible thing to it.
Man loves beans.
To get me excited about like the outcome of wars and stuff like that, you know? Because you could still get that knowledge without winning. Like having that knowledge, you know, you need it to win and stuff. So you know, they kind of go hand in hand, but still, anyway. Mateto sent it over to Mateto. Thank you, saying, not sure if this has been mentioned, but what if war is being replaced by raids/solo PvP? Oh, it's not, man. I can tell you it's not. Just the way that the devs have talked about it recently in the roadmaps, and just like all the feedback different people have given Kabam on it, and like their reaction to it, where instead of being like, well, you know what, we agree with you guys that it kind of sucks and we're gonna get rid of it, we're gonna scrap it, we're gonna introduce these game modes and stuff like that, they're not really saying that. They're like, okay, if the community feels like we haven't made it a main focus or something like that, we're going to introduce faster updates. And we haven't really seen those faster updates yet, because they just mentioned that in the roadmaps. Hasn't been enough time for them to even do anything other than talk about their plans a little bit. But just in the way they're talking about it, it seems like they will it seems like they're not just wanting to get rid of the game mode and replace it. It seems like they are, it is meant to be one of the core game modes of MCOC kind of thing, you know. I will say a lot of the quality of life changes have been great too. It hasn't all been bad. It's not even that the rewards are bad too. That's the other thing that I want to clarify. It's not that war is suddenly bad because of this update. It's more of like, no, war hasn't been great, and this doesn't make it great. But because it's new, now we're talking about it again, kind of thing. All right, anyway, Drew Sanders and an over 5 saying tweet. All right, let me see. Drew, I'm guessing this is you. Saying, hey BG, I did it, became Cav. Nice, dude. All thanks to you about a month ago. I had tweeted you what to do to become Cav, and now I'm here. Thank you. Dude, you give me way too much credit, first off. I did not slay this beast. You, with the help of this beautiful long hair girl here, slayed this beast. So that was all you, man. Good stuff, dude. Congrats, man. Congratulations. Well done. Eric Nelson, sending over a buck as well. Saying, BG, fun fact, Ultron is an amazing Havoc counter, but 6.3.3 Havoc has cornered. Oh no. And I want to cry because he sucks. With cornered, must now wait for Colossus to get finished ranked. Yay. Yeah, damn, dude. Colossus is a good counter because I'm pretty sure that's who I use for that fight. But bummer, dude. Cornered. What an annoying node. All of a sudden they just have a million power gain. If it's what percentage cornered is it? If it's just a 100% cornered, honestly, that's not always the worst thing. But if it's like a 300% cornered, then it's like, ah, you're screwed. Big time. Jacob McLendon sent it over 5. Thank you, Jacob, saying, hello, Brian. How are you? I'm doing good, man. Hopefully you are too. Just want to report, I am now uncollected. Nice. Also, who puts Mole Man and Spider Ham in the event side quest? Sheesh. Oh, man. They're just throwing that little spider pig everywhere now, aren't they? It reminds me of Mysterio. You guys remember there was just like a month of Mysterio where he was everywhere? There was like a side quest. He was in the monthly event quest, and then we had like the boss, or not the boss rush, the celebrity style one too with Mysterio. But Jacob, dude, congrats on becoming uncollected. Thank you very much for the 5. Easy sent it over buck as well, saying, Brain, I'm going for a Legends run tomorrow with Corby Boy. All right, good luck, dude. There are 2 champs that I need to use someone else for, Sinister and Maw. Who would you use? Or would you use Proxima on those, or spend the time changing teams? I would spend the time changing teams. I would probably save those for last. Like, make those the final 2 paths, so that way you only have to change once. And I would probably pull in Torch. I mean, Torch definitely for Maw, and for Sinister, Torch is great too. The only problem is you're gonna have that bleed on you at the start, which is not gonna matter as much for Maw, since it's gonna be easy for you to build up your temperature. But against Sinister, it's gonna be a little bit more annoying. I would switch though. I don't know if Torch is the absolute best. He's definitely a good option for those champs. You could bring in, you know, Fury, shrug it off too if you really want, but I would change. Yeah, absolutely. Only Master, they're not going to be that hard. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't take very long to switch the champ though, so yeah, I would make the switch personally. I think you would. We're talking about like a few seconds here, so in reality, it probably doesn't matter whether you switch or not. as far as like the results are concerned. But if I was doing the run, I would make the switch. The artist sending over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying. Goat. The goat. Add my snap sorcerer supreme. And then just saying the code again. If that's directed at me, well, thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Let's keep this grind going. Is Let 'em Taters taking a break for the next Lions Force season? Will For Loki also be on a break? I don't know exactly what our plans are. The plans were to take a break for the next season, which, to be honest, I don't really want to take a break, but I also don't care enough to, like, if we do take a break, like, legitimately, it might be better to not play Alliance War. Just because then, yeah, it would be easier for me to grind for a champion if I wanted to grind for one. I can't really blame missing Falcon on Alliance War existing, while at the same time I missed by such a small amount that if I wasn't playing Alliance Wars competitively in that season, I would have got the champion. You know what I mean? So, like, that's 10,000 shards right there, and not just any 10,000 shards. That's like a champion I would pick out of a Nexus 10,000 shards. So you do that a few times over the course of a season, and then the units that add up when you don't have to swap masteries, and it's like, man, is it actually better to not play Alliance 4 seasons? I don't know. But anyway, so the plan was to take a break next season, and I think that's still the plan. There hasn't been a change to that plan yet. But there was also a couple of people that were like, oh, new rewards, is this going to change our plans? So maybe the leadership is still deciding things. I don't know. Oh, Fury, I'll use him instead of Torch and just bleed them out real quick. Yeah, you could do that too. As far as I remember, we're supposed to get 10% from Cav Event Quest, 10% from Legendary Side Quest, and 10% from a challenge/objective. This month we're only guaranteed 20%, and then a chance to get more. Why? Was it 30% always? Was there like 3 sources of 10%? I always thought it was just 10% from the Cav monthly, and then 10% in the objectives, either labeled as like a challenge mode or just like a maybe not even a challenge mode, but like you know, something to replace the challenge mode. I don't even know. I don't know how it was set up, or if something was changed, or why it was changed. Tier 5 class Kalos is so weird for me, because I know it's the biggest, baddest catalyst right now, kind of, at least. It's the biggest one that we could actually use, since we can't actually use these you know, tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha yet. And yet I just never think about it, really. The crystals, I just collect them. Where is it even? Like, where do you... Oh, I guess it would be the legendary tab, duh. Yeah, I always thought like this 10% here, I always thought that was like interchangeable with like the 4-star challenge thing that we had or something. I don't know. I never pay attention to it. I just keep collecting those crystals. It'll change. That will change when rank 4s come. Those crystals, they'll be much more important to me. Again. As we get to take our champions to rank 4. not only will you need 3 of them to take a champion from, you know, rank 2 to rank 4, 3 of them in total. But the champions that right now are like, it's not really worth it for me because this 5-star champion that's awakened is just as good as the rank 3 unawakened. Well, rank 4 unawakened will be better, so I'll want to rank up a lot more champs. Thing is, even with new rewards, you can easily get 25 mil per 6-star arena for 2k 6-star shards every 3 days. That's 16k per month. 60% tier 5 class catalyst from AQ map 7 and Glory Store. 25 mil per 6-star arena is not that easy to do, man. I think you might be overstating the ease there to get 50 million in the arena every single round. 25 mil per 6-star arena. That's a lot of points, dude. That's a whole lot of points. And while it's absolutely doable, that's still quite a bit of effort. Usually you're doing new Unzo style challenge since now you can do all side quest in and together. We'll see. It just depends. It always comes down to what's actually in the rewards. Almost every single side quest you can wait until the last minute to do. I don't know how good or not the rewards are for a new account. For those of us who only get tier 5 class catalysts from EQ and side quests, pay attention to a PG. I know I'm in a different position with this stuff. I have 1 rank 3 and half tier 5 class catalysts in each class. Yeah, man, that's why I kind of hate bringing it up, because I'm just in a little bit of a different spot. And I know tier 5 class catalysts, they're extremely important to most other people. And I'm not just like I'm not even just talking about other people who don't quite have as many rank 3s. I'm talking about even like my alliance mates. They find the tier 5 class catalyst to be more impactful for them than it is for me. I'm just in a weird place because combination of like I said, the difference in power between champions that are unawakened, awakened, sigged up, all that stuff. The champs that I do have ranked up right now, I don't know, a bunch of different factors that I've blabbed on about before in the past, I guess. Stiatic sent an overbuck saying, actually, BG, with 37 teams, all it requires is to run your teams at every chance. That's still a lot, though. to do that, like, every single time. I'm not, like, 50 million in one arena cycle. Yeah, it's not too bad. But I'm talking about doing that consistently. Doing that twice a week. Every week, week in, week out. That's a lot of effort, you know? And then if you do miss your rounds of 6 stars, well, you got to make that up and play arena other times and stuff like that. So, like, the rewards for the arena, I mean, I think they're great and everything. I'm not saying they're bad. And I'm not saying it's not doable and all that. I'm just saying those types of rewards, personally, I can't count on them coming in like every single round of the arena. For the people that are able to do that, like, awesome. Keep it up. The progress you get from it is worth it. Nathy sent over £5. Nathan, thank you very much, saying, hey BG, you pulled 5-star Claire and Immortal Hulk from Cav Crystals yesterday. Nice. Who's worth ranking up? I think Claire is better, but struggling for science champs. Yeah, personally, I think Claire is much better. I'm not a fan of Immortal Hulk. Some people like him. So you could try him out for yourself and see if he fits your playstyle. But personally, I'm not a fan of Immortal Hulk. So for me, Immortal Hulk is not worth ranking up. I'd rather rank up Almost any other science champion, to be honest with you. But Claire is worth everything, man. I mean, she doesn't need to be awakened. So when I say everything, I just mean like catalyst-wise. You could rank her to the moon, but don't bother worrying about awakening her or anything like that. Yo, BG, should I rank 5? Awaken and sig up Kingpin or Falcon? Currently roadblocked by 6.2 champion and have done clears of variant 6 and variant 3. Well, I would definitely focus on the variants if I were you. I wouldn't worry about 6.2 champion, and these champions aren't going to help you get through them anyway. Yeah, you want to do more clears of the variants. And those champs are both great. I personally prefer Kingpin between them. However, you've already done variant 6. Variant 6 is the villain variant. And there is an XL variant that Kingpin is great for. He even has his own special node in there. I forget what it is, because at the time, Kingpin sucked so much that when I tried using Kingpin, even with the special node, he still sucked and was unusable. But variant 7 is the hero variant, and Falcon is a hero, and therefore it'd probably be better to go with Falcon and try to get some other heroes ranked up. Try to clear variant 7. Or just other variants in general too. So, but I think Falcon is better suited for the variants that you have not done yet. So that's what I'd recommend. I do it in 2 days personally, but I've got a half decent roster. I go 25 mil in both and cut. I haven't attempted a champion grind just because the miss is too disappointing. It is pretty disappointing when you miss a champ, that's for sure. But yeah, dude, if you can hit 50 mil in 2 days, you totally could go for some of these champs if you wanted to. But I get not wanting to. Alright, what are your predictions for 6-star Purgatory Arena, even though she sucks? Boy, oh boy. This is a tough one because she doesn't have much hype behind her. But new champions these days seems like people still put up a lot of points. Probably like 120 mil. Maybe 125 mil. Yeah, I'll probably say 125 mil. But it's anyone's guess, really. Huge guessing game. BG just pulled Doom literally 2 minutes ago. Congratulations. And I wanted to ask you something. Sure. I can now rank 5, my 5th 5-star, and I have Cap Infinity Sig 60, Red Guardian Sig 120, Guillotine 29 Sig 0, and Red Mag Sig 20 on 6.2.2. Probably go Red Mags. I don't know which one of those is going to help you the most in Act 6.2. But I think overall, Red Mags gets used far more than the rest of those champs. I mean, those other champs are good too. So if you didn't want to go Magneto, you certainly don't have to. But I think Magneto is just overall the most used out of those champs. What are good champs for Act 5? You don't need anything too specific for Act 5. Just ranking up the better champions in your roster is all you really need. BG, not sure if anyone has asked, but you're playing a new account challenge. I haven't looked at the side rewards yet, so I do not know. I don't have any plans to do a new account right now, unless the side quest is looking good. BG 10% Nexus from Cav, 10% from challenge/objective. 5 times 2% from legendary side quests. Exploration rewards are movement guaranteed tier 5 class catalyst from the highest rotating content. Make it so somebody can get more than 10% while another can end up with 0%. Hold on. Oh, you're just saying you don't like the random nature to it, I guess. That's what you were saying. Yeah, okay. Valid. I would say give that feedback to Kabam. Like I said, I personally, because I'm in a different spot, it doesn't really bother me. So I'm not trying to say that your opinion on it isn't valid or anything. I'm just saying that's something that you'd want to express to Kabam. Like, it's totally fine that you're telling me too. But I'm just saying, like, definitely give that feedback to Kabam. Let him know. Tell him you don't like the random nature of those particular rewards, and you really miss having that 10% back, and then maybe they'll accommodate. I mean, if enough players said it, at least they're not gonna change it if like you were the only one that said it. But that's why everyone who does feel that way, gotta let them know. What's up, Lakers bodyguard? Hey, Pelon. How are you? Great. Happy birthday. I hope you have many cakes and pies and all sorts of birthday stuff. Lakers bodyguard, this was one of the most coherent sentences I've ever heard from you. Even though it's not my birthday, I'm still so happy that I could actually read it. GG, what is my doom? Got him today. Only steal a bar and a bit of power in the L1 during Aura of Hazareth. I do it when they're pushed red and still nothing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because you're supposed to steal 2 bars if they're on red, right? You'll be at 2 bars. I don't know if that's based on rank at all. Since you're saying you just got him today, maybe he's low ranked. I don't know if rank affects that though. Normally rank only affects combat power rate and not like ability power rate. So I don't know. Might be something in his details that I just never paid attention to. Maybe someone else in here knows. Hey Brian Dad, I've been super dupery busy. 2 Venom the Duck facts missing, dang, but here's one to make up for it. Alright, let's check it out. Venom the Duck likes Mojo, I think. Don't we all? Let's see. Venom the Duck has a PvP streak of, good lord, I don't even know how to say this number. Okay, 12 trillion. And counting. He also only uses a team of 3 Mojos and never any other champion. Wow. Who puts Mojo in the arena? Venom the Duck puts Mojo in the arena. The shit sending over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, BG, why do mattresses make good detectives? Okay, what kind of a question is that? Why do mattresses make good detectives? Because they're always undercover. Okay, now I... Boo, man. You make me not even want to climb into bed tonight with that joke. Terrible, dude. Cairo sending over a buck as well. Thank you, Cairo. Let me see where you're at. Making final quest of Cav all heal block is the laziest thing I've ever seen Kabam do. Just a big FU to everyone using suicides. Yeah, man. It's pretty annoying. It is definitely annoying. I wish that they didn't. I wish it was a... like, if they wanted to go heal block, I wish that it was just a heal block debuff. Because a lot of the skill champions, they shrug off debuffs. So it's like, okay, The cool unique feature about skill champs. We're just gonna pretend that doesn't exist and turn this into a passive. Here you go. Like I mean, I get why too, because if you just have a bunch of debuffs on yourself, that's free willpower healing, and they don't want to make it too easy. But at the same time, if they couldn't figure out a way to not make it too easy and like not screw people over, then maybe they shouldn't have done it. maybe that wasn't a good choice to fit that quest, that particular node. So yeah, I agree. That node kind of sucks. It's not the end of the world. Even with suicides on, you could still, you know, I was still clearing the content without taking suicides off and stuff like that. But I think it also does just push to, you know, again, using champions that are like not even skilled, like using Ghost. Just use Ghost. Or just use a robot that's double immune. And then it's like, okay, well, this isn't as fun. All right. Buckeye fans, send over Buck saying, BG, I only know 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. Okay. Let me introduce a little game that I like to play called Hooked on Phonics. This will teach you all the letters, including the letters B, O, and O. Boo, dude. Freaking terrible, man. Is that even what Hooked on Phonics is? It's for reading, right? I just realized, like, that, dude, that was always like the... That was like the 5th grade joke. Actually, I don't remember when that joke was big, like back in younger school days. You should get hooked on phonics or something like that. I don't even remember what they were. It's basically just saying, hey, you can't read. Get this to help you. Really stupid, but it had a ring to it that just sounded so insulting that it worked as a joke, even though it wasn't funny. It's like that thing where as long as other people are around are like, oh, and it doesn't matter if it worked or not. Like if nobody did that, then it would have been just like, what are you talking about, man? But because everyone's like, oh, you just want to punch them in the face, you know? Alright, anyway. Oh, hey, Brian, I had a thought. They're definitely going to buff Iron Fist soon with Ultron, Daredevil, Mags, Black Panther, War Machine, etc. They've been taking champs in 2 skins and splitting them. Uh-oh. I survived. Wow, got lucky. Maybe. You might be onto something there. Don't kill me. You might be right. That's interesting. I mean, does War Machine... I guess War Machine you're saying just because of all the... similar Iron Dude type setups. But you might be right, dude. Just trying to get at least one of all of the champions represented better in the game. How many are left that are like that? I mean, we've got 2 Groots. I still think King Groot's pretty good though. even though most people would disagree. But maybe that means Groot is gonna get buffed soon too. We've got Groot, Iron Fist. How many others are like that? They already buffed one of the Punishers. There was 2 Punishers. Actually, they buffed both Punishers at this point. It's just that one of them was such a long time ago. War Machine was kind of a stretch, yeah. Warner Brian, what's up, KT? Have awakened red Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops. There's another one. Yeah, of course. Have awakened red Cyclops and unawakened blue Cyclops is 6 stars, so please buff them. Yeah. Hooked on Phonics worked for me was the phrase. Was that the phrase? I was trying to think if it was for Hooked on Phonics or if it was for something else. I was trying to think if that was for like Weight Watchers or something like that, you know? I miss infomercials. I don't know about you guys. Like I you know, I haven't had cable TV for so many years, man. Like before Netflix was really a thing. Actually, I think it had just started becoming a thing, but it was still more of like a, you know, DVD delivery kind of thing rather than a streaming service. Like that's how long I haven't had cable for. But I used to love watching infomercials because they were so stupid. They're all so dumb. Like, oh man. Before everyone had access to just making videos, like before YouTube, where everyone can just share their own experiences with a product and be like, ShamWow actually sucks balls. You know, you see ShamWow on TV and you're like, oh my god, this is great, I need this, look how much soda they soaked up on the carpet, wow. Actually, ShamWow is like not even the worst one by far. My favorite infomercial of all time, god, I don't even remember the product. It was oh no, it was the Magic Bullet. That was my favorite one, dude. They had like an entire skit worked out. They had like some lady, they had some like old lady come down the stairs, or I guess they all had a party at someone's house. And the just like the owners of the house, I guess they woke up early to make smoothies for everybody. But they're just like making fun of everybody, like they had like a fat guy and they're like, oh man, Charlie hates broccoli. And then there's Charlie like, yeah, I hate broccoli. Like take some broccoli and put it in there and give it to him. He's like, wow, I can't even taste it. This tastes pretty good. And then they have the old lady. She's coming down the stairs. She's got like a cigarette falling out of her mouth. Probably falls into the blender at one point. I don't know. But I miss those infomercials, man. They were so dumb. But the question is, how many of those products do you have at home? Don't you effing dare lie to us. I can see your soul. I've never ordered anything from TV. I've never had a credit card. I never had the ability to. From a fairly young age, I had my identity stolen. And I never had a chance when it came to credit. I got denied for every single credit card I applied to, including like what everyone says are like the easiest credit cards to get, from like a clothing store type of credit card, you know, that probably are like actually terrible, but you could use them to build up your credit or something like that. No, I got denied for all those. So I don't have any of those products, even if I wanted to. I don't think I would have ordered any of them anyway. But yeah. I remember an infomercial because it had a singing narwhal going narwhal narwhal. What? Causing a commotion, swimming in the ocean because he's awesome. I have no idea what the product was. What? Yeah, I never heard of that one. So that's why BG is free to play. Yeah, man. Phil Swift here with a revolutionary new way to keep your home safe from a basement flood. Look, I sawed this boat in half. Oh, God. I love those, man. What's up, Glory? Bro, I stayed up late a lot. I never saw that one. Sounds like a BG acid trip. No way, dude. Ah, Glory. It's great, dude. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Like, it was so good. You guys know how, like, you'll catch your favorite show on TV, and even though you've seen it 100 times, like it's It's just you're like your favorite episode of your favorite show is airing. That's how this infomercial was for me. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this one. This one's great. I gotta say, I was not anticipating an infomercial tangent tonight. You know, I didn't expect to be on one either. But mark it down for the bingo cards. I'm gonna watch it. I was never in doubt. Alright, good. Oh, man. Eric Nelson sending over a buck saying, BG, any early predictions of the 4th of July? I'm hoping for a way to awaken my going to be rank 3 Omega and possibly Sig 200 rank 4. No, man, I really don't know. Like, when it comes to that stuff, it's like useless to try to predict what Kabam is going to give. Sometimes they give just like a tiny bit more than the year before, or like the big event before. So in the case of like 4th of July and Cyber Monday, they're kind of the same, right? Whereas there are other big events like gifting and spring cleaning, but those are a little bit more detached. But so yeah, you could look at like Cyber Monday and say, okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna get, but maybe just a little bit more of each or something like that. And sometimes that's true, and then other times Kabam kind of just, you know, turns, you know, completely changes things up and comes out with something entirely different. Actually, I think oh man, I don't know. I'm trying to think back to the past now, where are the 4th of July and Cyber Monday events, should they even be tied together? That's how I think of them in my head, but I think they do usually offer slightly different things. I think 4th of July is usually, or it was historically at least, like more crystal based. With like you know, still had like a little bit of everything, but more focused on crystals, whereas Cyber Weekend was like more focused on rank materials. I don't know. It feels like things have been more blurred as time has went on, especially like the longer 6-star champions are out, because at some point, in order to keep the offers enticing, Kabam just had to start tossing out Nexus crystals, like regardless, right? So I'm betting we're going to see the return of the class-based Nexus crystals. I don't know if they're going to step those up in some way. I don't know if there's going to be an Awakening Gem. Well, there probably will be an Awakening Gem, but it'll probably be random. I don't think we're going to get to pick, but maybe we will. Predicting those events, it's too hard to do in any sort of accurate way. Yuck, I hate broccoli. Berman, the infomercial party animal. Was that his name? Berman? Oh, man. Possible Abyss Nexus? No. No. They wouldn't give 10 crystal, like 10 champions. That's a pretty big difference between the 3 that we get in regular Nexus. I could see 5 going up to 5 champions potentially, but like honestly, they shouldn't even do that. They should just go to 4 if they're gonna up it. Just put out a 4 champion Nexus and leave room for a 5th one to come out Cyber Monday or something like that. Who knows? All right, Nathy though sending over another £5 saying was dumped with a 6-star Moon Knight with Spider Ham and Human Torch either side of my 6-star crystal. It's like Kabam don't want us to play this casino of a game. Wait. Oh, dude, for a second I thought you were talking about a Nexus crystal. Ah, man. I was about to be really excited for you. Damn, dude. Yeah, rip, man. Either of those other champs would have been great. Well, Moon Knight is due for a buff too, so dude, I you know, sucks right now. But honestly, I'm so surprised that they haven't buffed Moon Knight. with all the skill champions that they chose over Moon Knight, and how cool Moon Knight, like, oh man, he was one of the first characters that I could remember, at least when I started playing this game, that he did have like more of a unique set of animations to him. Even though I very quickly grew to hate 6-hit combos. Like, I loved the animations, like the spin of his ending medium attack. I always thought that was so cool. I always wanted a Moon Knight so bad. And just the uniqueness of his moon phases and all that stuff, like, I'm surprised they haven't done more for him.
Man loves beans.
What's up, Karate Mike? Saying jumping in late, but I'm expecting 5 champs in the $100 class Nexus, and in the $50 and then regular. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. 5 champ in the $100 class Nexus in the 50, and then a regular in the 30 for July 4th. Okay, is a 5? Is that a class Nexus too? Because is a 3 Nexus but locked to whatever class you want? Is that better or worse than just a 5 Nexus where it's just all the class types available? I actually don't know. I feel like I'd be more inclined to choose the class-based one, but when you think about it, when you think about how many good champions are available just in all the classes, it might actually be better just to go with a 5 and leave the class random. I don't know. Gigi, can you read Ahmed Lozy question? He's been asking at a good pace for a while. Okay, I will do that. I see some super chats too, which I'll read after this. ABG, is a 6-star unduped AA viable in the exploration of 7.1, 7.2, and variant 7? I don't want to waste resources if he needs the dupe. You know, that topic actually came up in the 4Loki Alliance chat today. AA doesn't need to be awakened for every use case, but there are some where he needs to be awakened. Absolutely. Like, do you already have the 5-star awakened? If you have the 5-star awakened, I would just stick with the 5-star awakened, honestly, man. The only reason the question even came up in the Alliance chat today was for Legends runs. And for people who, you know, just wanted to maximize their speed going through content. You don't have the 5-star. Okay. All right. If you don't have the 5-star, then yeah, I think it can be worth ranking up Archangel. There's been enough times where I've used the champ and his awaken ability did not come into play that I could still call it you know, worth it to rank him up. I wouldn't go all the way with the champ. That sounded so dirty. I wouldn't go all the way, not on a first date. I would, you know, I would take him to rank 2 at most. But I think that'd be worth it enough. You could also play him at rank 1. But if you were looking for a champ to rank, yeah. All right, Sterling Harrison sent it over too, saying, "Hey BG, who's the best counter to Cav Event Quest Guillotine 29?" Oh, excuse me. The best counter. I mean, I used Magneto, and Magneto wasn't bad. You can't just instantly blow her up with a special 3, unfortunately. But Magneto's still good. Who did I use the last time I went through that quest? Didn't I just go through that quest? Oh no, I think I pulled out because there was a revive or something. I think I only used Magneto for that guillotine. I'm trying to think, like, who else would be good for it. I don't remember all the nodes. I just remember there's a node where, like, I couldn't get the armor breaks with my Magneto. Who else did you guys use for that? If I had to do it again, I'd probably just use Magneto again. Hype. Quake is best if you can use her. Nova is a great counter for guillotine. Nova, don't hear that name every day. That's cool. He used Torch for her. I was thinking Torch too. He used Torch for her because he could hit her when she goes invisible. Yeah. Venom can't be power drained. Okay. All right. Well, there's some options for you, Sterling. Hopefully you have one of those. It seems like all those champs would work. I can try Quake. Don't have hype yet. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Fluffy Monster also sending over a buck. What up, Fluffy Monster? Saying, Beaver, how the heck are you? Really? Naked? Wow. Anyways, you confuse me with the handsome fellow Lakers bodyguard. I am a totally different person who does not pretend to be someone else on the internet because you gotta believe me. Happy birthday, Pelon. This was still so readable. This is amazing. So many times. I wish you guys could see these messages that Fluffy Monster, not to be confused with Lakers bodyguard, sends over, because I don't even know what to make of them sometimes. But this was great, even though it's not my birthday. Thank you, dude. Much appreciated, man. BG, Ultron has slow immunity now. Does it have any offensive use case, or is it just for defensive purposes? Almost exclusively defensive purposes. Have you ever run into a situation where you got a slow debuff on yourself and you're like, oh crap, I'm slowed? Because all it does is, like, it prevents you from going unstoppable and prevents you from evading. Most of the time, those things don't matter to you when you're attacking with the champ. Most of the time, a slow debuff is like, oh, cool, free willpower healing. You know? So, yeah, it's mostly just to be a nuisance on defense. That way you can't bypass his evade. Sebastian, Twitter, sure. Here's what I pulled from the Tricksters and Terrence bundle today. Okay. Ooh, damn, dude. Look at that. 2 mutants, 6 stars. 2 XL. Wait, actually, is this guy XL or just large? I don't even know. But anyway. Nice, dude. Ooh, even got the SIGs on Kingpin there and everything. Nice. Very nice. Good stuff. Whoa. Glory, what is this? About a new fan from your merch store. Lakers told me about it. Oh my god. Pelon. Pioneers in home comfort. Comfort. Yeah, there you go. Rank 2 Unawakened Punisher 2099 or rank 5 and Awakening Gem. What would you do? I never really messed with Punisher 2099, so I can't tell you how important his Awaken ability is. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't messed with the champ since his update. BG, how to get higher prestige? I don't want to be rude in saying this. This is so I hope this doesn't. It's gonna sound rude. There's no way around it. But this is the truth. If you're concerned about getting higher prestige, like if you don't know how to get higher prestige, I should say, then you don't need to worry about it. I'm still going to explain how to do it, but you really should not be focused on prestige. The only time you should focus on prestige is when you've done like 99% of all the content in the entire game. You've cleared the most difficult challenges. There's no other way for you to progress, and prestige is a way for you to pull in better rewards from Alliance Quest. But your prestige, it just naturally becomes higher as you rank up your champions. Every single champion in this game has what's called a base hero rating, or their prestige, which is just their PI number before masteries and synergies boosted up. And then your individual prestige is the average of your top 5 highest prestige champions. and then your alliance prestige is the average of all the members within it. So you're going to increase your prestige just by questing and gaining rank up resources to rank your champions up. So you shouldn't worry about it. Just worry about ranking up the best champions you can, and that will increase your prestige. And then once you're at the very end game, kind of, that's when you focus on prestige. You get higher prestige by bending over and wait for kabam, then boom, you get units. Wow, yeah, it's actually accurate. Hey guys, does anyone know when we'll get to see rank 3 Thor Ragnarok? On my account here, so I'm focused on the 7.2 Legends run, and he's not going to help me out with that. So after the Legends run is all over and done with, then I will probably rank up Fraggle Rock. Just got a 6-star Venom the Duck from the free Cav Crystal. Nice. Congrats, man. Good stuff. Mole Man best counter? Mole Man doesn't need too specific of counters. High block proficiency, so that way you can block and bait out heavy attacks. Most mutant champions are fine, but I like using Omega Red for him sometimes. Yeah, he doesn't really need too specific of a counter. Just try to push his power meter, and you can retaliate after both of his specials. So you just have to be cautious to not hit into his block and not parry unless you have a way to prevent the opponent from shrugging off your parry. Apocalypse actually is a good counter for him too. BG, do you think if I grew a mustache, I could command the respect I crave? Yes. Absolutely. I mean, it depends on how good the stash is, but yeah. Once you rank 3 Thor Ragnarok, can you do like a full synergy run? He's pretty crazy if you fully invest in him. I can't. And that's because he has so many synergies that it's not physically possible. Like, the dude's got like 14 unique synergies, man. I've played with Thor Ragnarok before. I've put synergies on the team with him and stuff like that. I've done all that before. And maybe I'll do that again when I take him to rank 3. I don't know. But there's no amount of synergies in this game, and he has a lot of them. Bam certainly tried. There's no amount of synergies that makes him a strong enough champion to matter. You know? Like, you could just take in Cosmic Ghost Rider butt naked, not even leveled up. No synergies, no masteries, and he'll just be stronger than the strongest Fraggle Rock. Mr. Pizza Jr. sent an over 5. Thank you, dude, saying thanks so much for the uploads. Because of you, I beat the Grandmaster. Nice, dude. That's awesome, man. Congratulations, man. Glad that video helped. That dude is a giant pain, but a fun one. So, congrats on taking him down. Hopefully you enjoyed the fight too, but whether you did or not, congrats on taking him down, man. And thank you very much for the 5. Appreciate the support. When did you rank 5 that Guardian? I took mine to SIG 200 way back when. He's still only rank 4. Oh, I don't know. Probably April, if I had to guess. Just thinking about like the the mass rank up videos. Probably in April. I don't know. I've never really used him for much. I have him in AQ right now. I was just gonna use him for the boss. Like, I didn't know who to bring to fight Omega Red as the mini boss that wouldn't mess up my teams elsewhere, because I know I'm not going to be bringing Guardian into Alliance War, and I know I don't need him for questing. So I'm like, maybe this guy would be kind of fun to use against against this Omega Red, while also giving me the synergy of block proficiency. Mr. Pizza Jr. sending over another 5, just saying keep it up. Well, thank you, man. Once again, appreciate the support, dude. Thank you very much. And will do. Thanks, dude. In Thor Ragnarok's defense, man has crippling back problems. Like, I'm surprised he can even walk. That's true, dude. Yeah, man. The way he's hunched over, like, oh, man. Yeah, he could use some physical therapy and a good chiropractor or whatever it takes to fix him up. No, it's going to be some units, but will Professor X, Magneto, AA, Gulk, and can decide last person, maybe Heimdall or Nick Fury. Will his team work for the Gauntlet? No Aegon or Quake. Probably. Trying to visualize all the fights. Yeah, I don't think you would get stuck anywhere necessarily. Some fights would be really difficult to one-shot, but you would be able to get through it. Like you said, it would just take a bunch of units, but I think so. Usually what she does that no one else does is ignore all damage over time debuffs. And for that, she needs high sig. Oh, he didn't say BG, she said, but, oh, whoops. I was like, wait a minute, what? What champion are we even talking about here? Let me read that again. But what she does that no one else does is ignore all damage over time debuffs. And for that, she needs high sig. If you just want damage, go for it. We're talking about Angela here, sounds like. Yeah, Angela. Well, I'm going to be taking my 6-star Angela to rank 3 unawakened, probably. If that gives any idea. I also think that you don't necessarily need high sig to benefit from her sig. You know, it's lovely to have her at a high sig. That way, yeah, you can just ignore all that stuff. But, like, let's say, for example, I think this person said sig 60. That's what they have their Angela at? Okay. So let's see, sig 60. Yeah, that's a 20% reduction right there. So if you get 5 buffs on yourself, you can ignore all the debuffs. But even if you could only get 3, and the debuffs, they shrug off 60% faster, I mean, that's still pretty good, considering the fact that she has a way to heal. You would notice it a lot more if you could not heal. Of course, ideally, yeah, it would be lovely if you can get her to sig 200 or 182 or whatever it was. But, yeah, she doesn't absolutely need to be, maxed out. Speed up, D! Sending over a bug. Say. I love you. Speed up, D. Appreciate the love and support as always, man. Thank you, dude. Rank 3 unduped Angela with a double question mark from Karate Mike. Yes. So I'm not saying it's the best move to do, but let's take a closer look. Let's check out the roster real quick here. Sing us an album. What, the full album? All right, so here's my okay, actually, hold on. We need to start at the catalyst. So, catalyst wise, part of the reason why I haven't been opening up class catalyst crystals is because I already have 2 cosmics, and I don't have any cosmic champions that need to go to rank 3 right now. I was actually ranking up my 5-star Angela and investing Sig Stones into her and everything, and maybe I'll just rank her up instead. I don't know, because she is slowly getting to Sig 200, and I was gonna rank 5 her. But looking at my 6-star roster here of cosmics, there's no one that I really feel that strongly about ranking up. I end up playing Angela a fair bit. And although I don't need her for like Alliance War or Alliance Quest or even general questing, like rank 2 is plenty enough for general questing. I do like to use her in like the incursions, and it could be fun to have her ranked up. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of throwing resources away because I don't know who else to rank up here. Like Cole Obsidian, he just got nerfed a little bit. I hate to say it, but he lost his best synergy, which really sucks. And it actually, like, I was thinking about ranking up Cole, and then that synergy changed for Maw, and it was like, ah, God, I don't want to. Forget it. Like, I was on the fence with Cole Obsidian, like, maybe I'll do it. Yeah, maybe. No. Yeah, maybe I could use him for a Legends run or something like that. Nah. That was my thinking, because I did use him for 7.1 Legends, but I used the Maw synergy. And now that he doesn't have the Maw synergy, I'm like, screw that guy. My Cat Marvel's not awakened. Gamora is awakened, but she's also Gamora. The champion's awakened, but he's also the champion. Then I've got Annihilus, Nova. Black Bolt's kind of cool, but I don't know if I can seriously invest in a low Sig Black Bolt. Like, if he was high Sig, because how does this scale? This probably scales pretty well. Let me see. Where's he at? Yeah, you gain quite a bit more attack as the cruelty as the Sig goes up. Mine's just not, it's just not high enough. Ugh. I can't rank 3 this guy. Can I? If that Black Bolt was higher Sig, yeah, man. Yeah, totally, if he was higher Sig, but he's not. Did Cap Marvel also get nerfed? No. Definitely not. I like Angela over Cap Marvel, but not that much. That I would rank 3 her, because you don't actually have to do a long quest chains anymore at your level. Yeah, and that's why I haven't ranked her up until this point. At this point, I'm ranking her up just to get a catalyst out of the overflow. The future catalyst that would end up in the overflow. That's basically why I'm ranking her up. Which doesn't feel great, and that's why, like I said, how am I supposed to care about these tier 5 class catalyst crystals when that's what I'm doing with them? It's like just ranking up to get the catalyst out of the overflow. Alright, Kieran sent an overbuck saying, Twitter please. Kieran, share. Let me see where you're at. Any picks for who I should focus on with variants? Ooh, which variant are you doing? Yeah, I don't know which variant you're... give me some more info here, Kieran, because That's the thing, is they're all so different. And just in general, Magneto. Magneto, Torch, Claire, these are the standouts that I see on this page. Colossus too, as we get to like the hero variant. These three heroes are all great. But obviously these guys are both mutants, so that complicates things. Ooh, you got a Shang-Chi, that's cool. Apocalypse is always great to rank up to. Doesn't need to be awakened. Those are the standouts, though, I would say. Apocalypse, Shang-Chi, Colossus, Claire, Torch, Magneto. Sorcerer Supreme. Oh, you have a 6-star Torch. You could just go with a 6-star Torch if you want. But yeah, I would say those are all the standouts that immediately jump out to me, at least. Of course, you could justify, you know, reasons to invest in other champions too. But those are the ones that stood out to me first. But I don't know which variants you're on. You should try to like narrow your focus on whatever one variant you want to do. Get some champions ranked up for it. Move on to the next kind of thing. Make life a bit easier for you, you know? Don't see any follow-ups in the chat, but I'm curious which one you're doing. I mean, Hercules, that's true. Karate Mike Hercules is coming. Maybe I should just go with Hercules. Maybe he's gonna go for 150 million cutoff in the arena though. Oh god. Maybe I'll do it. Eric Nelson sending over Buck. I just see a bunch of at Pixie Bells. The last one that's not at Pixie Bell was Sing Us an Album. Then we have at Pixie Bell. When did you get your wrench back? I get a job and I missed 3 streams and all of a sudden your wrench is back. Thanks, BG. What? I'm playing BG. There were no mods in chat practically almost an hour of the stream. Well, Pixie Bell could have got the wrench back any time. I just don't like... Alright, the story behind Pixie Bell not having a wrench was just... I wanted Pixie Bell to relax and have a good time. And it's almost like Pixie Bell does too good of a job modding. You know? I don't want this to feel like a job for anybody. I just want if you see someone spamming just to time them out, let them know, hey, don't spam. Like that's it pretty much. But Pixie Bell could have always got the wrench back. Oh, I wanted to see her get the wrench back. I was complaining that I didn't get to see it. Ah, okay. Well, rip. I could take it away again. Alex sending over Buck as well, saying, BG, remember the 5-star crystal opening you did a while ago? Where you were like, that Magneto is useless? I'd be so hyped to get a coleslaw because he's getting a buff. Wait, what? 3 buffs later, he's still trash. Get a coleslaw. Is that Ebony Maw? Did you just call Ebony Maw a coleslaw? Or is that a different champ? I don't remember that though. Like, I'm sure there are times where I called Magneto trash in the past, but we're talking about recently here? Because Magneto recently, and by recently I mean like anytime since his buff, been nothing but stellar. I still haven't messed with the new Ebony Maw, but some of my alliance mates, they actually like Ebony Maw. So it might be better than some people are giving him credit for. I don't know. I gotta play him still. Jacob sending over to you saying tweet, sure. Wait, before I check yours, we got an update from Kieran I was looking for. Definitely want to do more of the Mystic / Spider-Verse one. Okay, Sorcerer Supreme would be great then, man. I already took Venom to rank 2 and have Claire at rank 2 6-star. Oh, I missed that. Okay. I probably have champs for ranked. Just need to get good. Well, dude, Sorcerer Supreme would be a great addition to the team. If you want another Mystic ranked up. I've always been a little bit anti-Spidey in this game. Just because they never fit my playstyle too much. Some of the Spider-Verse champs are good. But I found myself much more using the Mystics and Venom for that quest. And yeah, Sorcerer Supreme would be a great addition. Oh, hell no, Bald Man. I did ask, BG kept saying no. Well, I guess you're right. I did say no, but that was only because, like I said, I wanted you just to have a good time in here. Like I was keeping it away for your own good, I guess. So I maybe fudged the story a little bit here. But like I was trying to imply like I didn't take it away as like punishment. You gave it away. You gave me back the wrench. And then I was just trying to keep it away from you so that you could have a good time. But then it seemed like you weren't having a good time unless you had the wrench. Alright, let me see. Jacob, though. Thank you again, dude. Saying about to rank 5, either Torch, Colossus, or Red Mags after AQ rewards. Currently in 5.3.5. Also, just got APOC today. Nice, dude. Great pull. Yeah, man. All 3 of those are great rank ups. I think we just talked about this not too long ago, though, right? I would recommend Magneto. Just because of once you get to Act 6, once you're going for that cav push, you will not regret having a ranked up Magneto. But all of those options are great, and if you don't feel like going with Magneto, you certainly don't have to. And if you're not, I mean, if you're thinking that it's going to be a while before you make the cav push, you know, you could also delay it and go with someone else, and that's totally fine. So. Cairo sent over a buck as well, saying both rank 2, could rank 3. What's the first part of this? Ishi got a buttload of 6-star stones from Gauntlet. Only 2 champs I have that are worth it are Angela and Omega. Could get both to about 150. Who are you thinking should get should get them? Oh, Omega Red for sure, man. Both rank 2, could rank 3. Yeah, Omega Red for sure. What the? I mean, of course, like, here's the thing. I would give it to Omega Red or no one. But, like, between those 2 options, if it's Omega Red, Angela, or keep holding on to them, then it would either be Omega Red or keep holding on to them. You might have an abundance of Sig Stones at the moment, but I don't think... I don't like as good as Angela's Awaken ability is. I'd rather just keep it at a low Sig level because the Sig Stones are so rare, you know? When they do become a little bit more common, more accessible, then okay, fine. But even if you have a lot of them right now, like, that's just because you just finished this content. A champion like Omega Red, he's always going to need those Sig levels. Whereas Angela is just like, yeah, it'd be nice, you know? So if you want to toss those Sigs into someone now, Omega Red for sure. Static sending over another buck saying, BG, do you know anyone who has done a breakdown between rank 3 Fury and rank 3 Falcon? I know Cam has done a video comparing all of the skill champions. I don't know if it was at rank 3. It wasn't like a full breakdown between just those champions, but that's like the closest thing I could think of. where he did. God, this fight is going so poorly. It's unbelievable how poorly this fight's going. Good lord. Oh my god. He just did like a breakdown between all the skill champs, like fighting them in Labyrinth, just to see how many hits it would take to get down like Red Hulk. But that might have been with 5 stars even. No, man, I can't think of any videos off the top of my head, at least. There might be one out there, but if there is, I haven't seen it. That's the closest thing I could even think of. So yeah, man, no. Jacob Paul sending over another 5, saying I'll be able to probably rank another person to rank 5 before Cav push, since I have 3.5 tier 5 basic. Okay, okay. Yeah, I would say that kind of opens things a little bit more for you as far as what you can do. It probably would be nice to diversify the rank ups a bit, as much, I mean, as good as like Colossus and Magneto would be like a good duo together. It probably would be good to have Torch and Magneto ranked up and then go back for Colossus or something like that, you know? So, in whatever order. Either order would be fine. Could start with Mags, could start with Torch. Whatever, whichever champ you use the most right now. And actually, I should say that, like, we could still include other champions in the discussion. Whichever champion you use right now at rank 4, that should probably just be your first rank 5. That's who's best for you. Rather than I could tell you who's best from my experience. Your experience is going to be a little bit different. Everyone's experience is a little bit different, you know? Which is why it's always good to get multiple opinions, too, but at the end of the day, the person you gotta trust the most is yourself. Seriously, who puts Korg in the arena? Dude, that was an unbelievably bad Korg fight. I don't even... It's like I've forgotten how to fight Korg. Like, he beat me so bad in the gauntlet that he's still kicking my ass anywhere in the arena and just anywhere, man. I'm still paying the price for how badly I was beaten in the gauntlet by that Korg. That dude was nasty, dude. Oh, man. I want to go back and fight him again. It was actually a really cool fight. It's just... It was a hard fight to get a handle on. If I had a little bit more time or something like that. It was easier to practice against that dude. BG, is arena grinding for just the milestone rewards good? Yeah, man. Absolutely. The milestones in the arena, they're great, man. It's the reason why I'm able to play this game without spending money. You just have to be consistent with it. You know, as consistent as you can be without burning yourself out, at least. Don't go nuts with it, but all the milestones, they add up, dude. If you look at a milestone just by itself, like one individual milestone, it's nothing. Drop in the bucket. But when you think about how many you can get each round of the arena, and that there's 2 rounds of the arena every single week, 52 weeks in the year, and yeah, so on and so on. All that stuff adds up. Oh man, excuse me guys. Like I'm getting the hiccups here. It ends up being, you know, hundreds of thousands of units over the course of my time playing this game, at least. Among other things. Gold, ISO, all that. Kieran's and Nova Buck. Saying, to have Sim Supreme at rank 2 6 star as well. I'd feel more comfortable taking Sorcerer if only there was some sort of guide that I know how to play her. Ah, man. Yeah, I do need to make a Sorcerer guide. She's pretty easy though, man. Like, I do need to make a guide, but she's not too hard to play. A little bit of practice. The rune system is kind of confusing until you play her and you're like, oh, that's how it works? Okay, I get it. But I'll make a guide here soon. I'm wrapping up the Realm of Legends video that I've been talking about for like 2 months now or something like that. You think I can read? Better get that hooked on phonics. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'll definitely, like, it has been a higher priority video for me to make, but I guess not high enough priority. So I do want to make a Sorcerer Supreme guide. I love the champion. She does not, like, Sorcerer Supreme is definitely a champion that, like, I think there's a good number of us that understand how strong she is, but probably not enough of us do. I feel like she is a little bit on the underrated side. Not extremely underrated, but a little bit on the underrated side. Mr. Pizza Jr. sending over another 5. Thank you, dude. Saying, please show me Hyperion's third move, please. I'm begging you. Oh, no. Hyperion's special 3. I just used my Hyperion. This message came in after Hyperion was already used. I'll make a quick detour. If you really want to see Hyperion Special 3, you sent over $5. Sure. Well, let's go. Thank you again, by the way, for another 5. Let's just do this. Here's what we're gonna do. I could use a potion anyway. So we'll just swap. We'll make this swap right here. The big man for the other big man, the other kind of big man. Actually, we'll really go all out here. A little bit all out here, at least. We'll go with this and any of these. Yeah, there we go. And this, and we'll do a quick hype fight. By the way, I need some advice how to get some good 5 and 6 star champs, as I got all 3 5-stars trash, like OG Cap, OG Iron Fist, OG and Foster. Man, I hate my life. It's just how this game works, dude. It's just luck. You didn't do anything wrong to pull those champs. It's just, it's how it goes. Hopefully your next crystals are better. Don't let it phase you. If everybody got too caught up in the garbage pulls, then nobody would play this game anymore because, oh, what? Really got hit by that? Because it happens to all of us. We all get trashed. That sounded different. We all get trashed. That sounded like we all get wasted. I mean, we all get trashed from Kabam. Alright, now that we've done the special 3, though. Ah, no stun? Really? Really? Alright, let's try this again. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Where are my Furies, though, man? Ah, and no stun again? Hype, you're letting me down. Alright, we're gonna finish this thing with... Oh, that should not have done that. Oh, it worked. I'm gonna do it again. Sucker. He should have thrown a special and busted me the last time, but he didn't. We're gonna end things off with a special 3 here, since that was the request anyway. Let's see if this will connect. Oh, it did. What about this? Yep. Oh, Winter Soldier, you dum-dum. Oh, he learned. I stopped using specials way too early. I was like, yeah, I want to finish it with a special 3. I'll save my power. Started doing that way too early. Alright, he's dead though, right? 7 Furies. Here's the special 3 finisher. Actually, he might live with 1%. Whew. We got him. Alright, give me that potion. Double potion? Hell yeah. Mr. Pizza Jr. Thanks for getting me that double potion, dude. Alright, let's go. I want to spin open one more crystal. This is going to be the 225 units right here. We got the Hyperion luck. We got the double potion luck. Now, what's inside of this crystal? Gee, any interest in the new Loki TV series, or did you already talk about that? No, I don't have Disney Plus, so I couldn't watch it even if I wanted to. Speaking of potions, vid soon. A few more days. Units. You gold. Dang. Hopefully the Loki show is good. Hopefully you guys enjoy it at least, but yeah, I won't be watching it. Maybe someday. I'm gonna get Disney Plus for a month at some point. I'll probably get Apple TV for a month at some point too, because I really want to watch Mythic Quest. So nice, congrats on the gold. Thank you. It was 50k gold at least, the highest amount. Night Hollywood. Good night, Dragon Dagger. All right, yeah, on that note, it is time to call it a night here, though, guys. Before I go, shout out to Mr. Mitza. Did I say Mr. Mitza? Mr. Mitzer. Mr. Pizza Jr. I need to get more sleep, guys. Oh my god. I can't even say the word Mr. anymore. But Mr. Pizza Jr., thank you, dude. Thank you to everyone else, too. Appreciate all the support as usual, guys. Is Abby Doe on tonight? Did he say he was on tonight? I didn't see him around in here. And I don't see him on, so I guess not. Alright. Well, yeah, on that note, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Night, everybody.